Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Siddharth Asnaya and you're watching That Car Guy. Today we are in this undisclosed location. It's in the middle of nowhere, basically to shoot a very special car. And indeed, it's not the Kia Carens, it is this. Now this is a 99 Land Cruiser Prado, which has got some tasteful modifications. More on that on the video. So guys, this is it. This is the 99 Land Cruiser Prado, and let me just tell you the modifications on this car. Well, firstly, the headlights have been changed. For some reason, the glass portion has been replaced with a circular kind of headlight. You might find this on the Thars, and all the people take this headlight and just swap it on to the Thar. So that is pretty unique. It has an angel ring LED headlights over there. The indicators have been blackened out. And the whole color of the car is basically repainted into this dark metallic grey, suiting this car perfectly. And the contrasting bumpers and wheel arches in gloss black. So that grey and black is a very interesting combination. And this suits the overall tough butch look of this car. And over to the sides, you can see these huge, meaty mud-terrain tires. Now, it says over here LT 265 certified R16s. So this is a 16-inch alloy wheel, a nice design. And these tires, I'm not very sure, rock track. Not very sure about the branding, but check this out, guys. There's a lion engraved into the tires. That's awesome. And these are really chunky tires, mud terrain MT, that's what it stands for. So this is a mud terrain tire. They have removed side steps, so creating huge amounts of ground clearance. Like you can basically walk through. I'm exaggerating a bit, but you get the picture. And over here towards the front again, we have an assortment of light fittings, like this light strip over here. These are all functional, guys. This bull bar is kind of tying down the whole front end of the car and just looks so beastly and mad. I mean, look at the ski box on the top, and we do have running lights on the top. And coming to the back, we have custom tail lights. I believe these are LEDs. These have been smoked out to match the whole appearance. Again, the big wheel, although this is a Cooper wheel, totally different tire and totally different alloy. But what is striking here is the jerry can over here, just purely for aesthetics. Although you can use it if you want. It has a lock, so no one is going to steal your gas. Over here, typical Prado number plate housing with the light. 4x4 badging over there, although that is aftermarket, but this car is equipped with 4x4 capabilities. And again, the globe stickering over there, another compass stickering over here, Prado branding. And oh, totally forgot, this car has a huge snorkel on the side. Yep, that is functional. It is, I think, rigged up to the airbox. We'll see once we open the hood. But just check this out, guys. The overall front appearance is just meanly. If you see this car coming towards you, well, you better run. Now coming to the heart of the beast, this is a Toyota 1KZ TE motor. Specifically, it's an inline 4-cylinder, 3-liter turbo diesel engine. And it is a beast. It just fills up this whole area. And like I said, the snorkel is actually functional. You can see it's going there, connected. So it is a functioning snorkel. So yeah, it helps performance, I guess. Water weighting abilities are improved. And this is just a typical 90s JDM kind of vibe under the hood. And not too many plastic shroudings like you see in normal cars. You can see everything. It is exposed metal, a functioning hood scoop. Yep. Now just listen to this car roar to life. driving the beast. Oh my god, just listen to all of those noises. The tires roaring, the engine roaring. This is an experience, guys. Oh my god. I mean, oh my god, you just feel like driving a mountain. Literally, you just take a mountain and you're sitting on top of it with your steering wheel and you're just hauling ass, man. It's an experience. Makes you feel like everything else is just so small. I mean, there's Mizuzu D-Max V-Cross and that looks so tiny while driving this car. And the feel of that engine roaring beneath your feet. Like, this car is not made like SUVs today. I mean, there are not mall crawlers. This is the business. This is meant to climb mountains and conquer off-road terrains with ease. I mean, the amount of torque, there's not much outright speed. Don't get me wrong, this car is powerful, but not in your typical sense like 0 to 100 or 100 to 120. No, none of that matters. What this car has is torque, pure, unadulterated torque. So this car, well, you can't daily drive it. It's not practical by any stretch of the word. But this car, what it is it's a glorified toy. Remember growing up, we all had RC cars and scalar model cars. Well, once you've grown up, you're in your 20s, your 30s. This is the toy to get. I mean, it just makes you smile. That is what this car is basically. It is not daily drivable. It is not practical. I mean, the mileage is horrible. But what this has is fun. And oodles of fun. You just feel indestructible driving this thing. So welcome to the interiors of the Prado, and right away you can see that this is so period correct. I mean, this has that old 90s JDM vibe to it. I think this is the luxury trim because yes, there's fake wood all over here, but it is very period correct. You do get the auxiliary gauges over here. This one used to be a compass, that one was your tilt, vehicle angle something, and this used to be a clock, time, etc. But as you can see, these have not held up very well. But you can get replacements for that. It's not very expensive. We do have an aftermarket head unit. Climate control, guys. Yeah, back in '99 we had climate control. So this was marketed as a very luxurious car back in the day, and that shows where features are in abundance. You have your power operated antennas, although those are not working right now, but you did get that. Control for the rear AC. We have small storage compartment over here, coins and stuff. And this car, like I said, is the automatic variant with the selector for your four-wheel drive system. Two modes for your transmission. One is power, gives you more power, and second start. Well, if you're in slippery conditions or in places where there's a lot of ice, you can press this and the car will typically start from second gear unless it detects that it really needs first gear. By default, by pressing this, the car will default start in second gear, giving you more grip. And the gauge clusters and all are typical JDM, like very clear, very to the point, no nonsense, just your basics. You have a fuel gauge over there, speedometer, tachometer, your gear selectors, and your temperature. And these blank spaces where they show you different warning lights if you need them. Over to this side, we have the power mirrors, and yes, these did auto fold. Although they're not working right now, but that's to be expected from almost a 20-year-old car. This one looks good, and check this out, guys. The writing on the mirror is in Arabic. You can't find parts for these cars in India, so mainly you get parts for these cars from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, from the Middle East basically, where these cars are really popular. And I believe that this mirror was replaced and it was sourced from the Middle East, thus the Arabic writing. Pretty cool to see that. Over here we have the power window switches. These switches, no joke, are the same switches on my Toyota Innova. A 2005 Innova has the same switches. So yeah. Oh, and these switches too, yes. These switches, the lock switches, are just the same as in my 05 Innova. And yeah, these, if you have seen the Toyota Qualis, basic same lock arrangement over here. And another thing to note that this car is very well appointed. In those days, you did not get much features, but the things like the quality of the material, like these are all soft touch. You see, these are not hard plastics. They're all padded. Even on the top, you see, these are all soft. They are not tacky hard plastics. And back in the day, you did get airbags, one over here, one on the driver's side. That is pretty cool. And this car also has a sunroof. Yeah, a pretty big sunroof. But I'm not going to open that because it might break. The upholstery has been changed, definitely. Because it used to be cloth. This is the original cloth interiors. And the seat covers have been changed for black leather. You do get storage space in the center. Pretty spacious. And cubby holes. You name it, you all have it over here. Now to the back seats of the Prado. And yeah, space is not an issue. Headroom, not at all an issue. This car was built for really hefty people. Mainly Japanese people are like kind of like Indian guys. They're not that big. But this car was mainly marketed and sold, yeah, like I said, in the UAE. And those guys are really hefty, really big. And yeah, you can really see 3 hefty guys won't have a problem in the back. You do get an armrest. And yeah, there's AC vents all over the place, like here. And over here, we do have dedicated controls for the AC system back here. This is for your rear heater, which we'll never use in India. High-low settings, your fan controllers, all of this good stuff. And still is there. You have an ashtray because smoking was great back then. And you can see the door pads and all are very simple. But I really like this stock fabric material. I wish the seats were still in those material, but it's long gone now. And here's power window controls over here, integrated nicely into the door handles. Very nice. You do get grab handles for all 4 entry points in this car because you need it, because this car is really, really high off the ground. And now with the aftermarket wheels and the side step delete, it's gotten higher. So you'll definitely be using those grab handles. Now coming to the boot, this is how you open it. There's a puller over here. And ta-da! Now, I don't know exactly what the capacity in liters are for the boot space, but it is a lot, guys. Now the rear seats are folded up. You could put them down, making this a 7-seater. And yeah, there's a lot of space, guys. And check this out. All the stickers are in Japanese. Okay, most of it is in Japanese. But you get the picture. This is a typical JDM import because they never made the Prado here in India. So these were all imported from Japan. And the build quality is something else. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big like. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And share this video with your family and friends. We'll be back with another video very soon. So till then guys, goodbye and God bless.